Hello. I am Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow.
I'm Chris, also co-founder, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow. If you are brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track. So thanks for joining us on our keto journey.
Yeah, I was doing the live stream a little bit different and the chat wasn't working. And I was like, well, apparently it's just not going to work. And
Whoopsie, and it's working just fine.
Working just fine.
Hooray!
It's working. Anyway, we got Jennifer here and Carrie.
Hi, Jennifer.
Visual Keto
Hi,
says
Carrie.
hi, guys. Pirate Winch says hello.
Hello.
And Storm Chasing Gals in Jenks, where it's 500 degrees.
Oh, that's hot.
Purple of Nana says hello also. Lori's here.
Hi, Lori.
Did I say Joanna's here? Joanna's here. Let's see. People talking back
Joanna.
and forth. Storm Chasing Gal says November keeps standing me up. Joanna's here. Says good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'll see Rhiannon is here also, and so is Marie.
Hi, Rhiannon. Hi, Marie.
Rickwen's
Hi,
here.
Rickwin.
And my nose is itchy. Sorry about that.
Hello, Itchy.
Donna says good evening, folks. And yeah.
Why is this flashing scarily?
Oh, it's flashing because we're over when it's supposed to start. And it keeps doing that until I click it. It's a countdown that counts down to 7:15.
Oh.
So that we know when to start.
But we went early, so.
We went about 10 seconds early.
What?
Because I was concerned about the chat thing.
Hey, Bob.
Anyway, yeah, Bob says, hope your internet is better than yesterday.
Yeah.
It actually wasn't the internet that was the problem.
It was the computer.
It was the streaming computer just went,
It just took a nap.
yep. Storm Chasing Gal had pina colada with rum extract.
Yum. I had strawberry cream yesterday as a Ninja Creamy.
Did you see the ad that Ben made for orange mango?
He showed it to me.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It's got a Keto Chow with a
Wig.
yeah,
Yeah.
yellow plastic hair thing, and it says, "My job is beach."
Yep.
Anyway, I thought that was fantastic. Kim says, I lived Indigo Neely's surprise box opening and also Serious Ketos. The kids are great.
Oh, so cute. Yeah, me too.
Oh, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Guava grapefruit. Guava grapefruit is almost gone.
Oh.
Actually, it might be gone.
I should have snagged some then because I wanted some of that flavor.
Let me see.
And if there's not any, I will.
Because we were in our meeting a couple days ago.
We were saying it's almost out.
Yeah, they were like,
Nah,
hey, guava grapefruit is almost gone. So let's check.
No.
Guava grapefruit.
Still says it's up there. It's not out of stock yet.
Still there.
Okay, I'm going to go to work and get some and hope that there's
Unless everybody
still
on the
some.
live stream buys it all. But we're getting kind of close to the end of the season for key lime, orange mango,
Yes.
orange cream, root beer float, pina colada.
Yeah. I need the pina colada for the shrimp, the coconut shrimp recipe.
Yep. And just a reminder that orange mango and guava grapefruit, those are limited edition. Mm-hmm. They'll actually go away when they go away. So
Yeah, they're going to be gone.
they'll go the way of red licorice and black licorice. What people keep on saying,
dust.
I want red and black licorice back. And I'm like,
Another
they
one
took a
bites
long
dust.
time to sell out.
Another one gone and another one gone.
Carrie's still
Another one
caffeine
bites
free.
dust.
Caffeine free.
Cool.
Storm Chasing Gal says, okay, guys, thought of a lemonade flavor.
Sounds good.
Well, thoughts on a lemonade flavor. I don't know. It would need. We've got the lemon meringue.
Need some tartness.
The problem with the tartness is it makes the protein curdle. So.
But when you're mixing, you can put some of the true lemon packets in the lemon.
Yes, you can.
And then it would taste lemony.
Visual Keto just had a pina colada with added toasted coconut isopure
Yes.
for a super protein meal.
Super protein.
Oh, Carrie's studying for Security Plus. Okay, I just have to say, of all of the computer certification exams I've ever taken in my entire life, Security Plus was the one I liked the most because they were straight answers, at least they were at the time.
Yeah.
And they didn't try to trick you. Like the,
the
scuba diving
one.
thing.
Oh my gosh.
It's like,
Here's words
which
that
of
are
these
going to
things
sound the
is
same.
not
And
the
here's-
wrong way to do it? And it's like, wait,
And
what?
not the wrong way, right? So it's like not or yes or like, why are you doing that on purpose?
Yeah.
To trick me, to see if I'm paying attention.
Shauna says, Chris, no more availability bars. I like those.
We sometimes have them, we sometimes
yeah.
don't.
And actually, I don't know if they work on the current version of the site. It's been a while since we've turned them on.
Check them out.
Storm Chasing Gal, I said I didn't hear that about root beer. La la la, I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Well, it's not gone yet, but
It's just gonna
we're
be
getting
end
close
of
to the end of the season.
If you know school is starting soon, that means summer is almost
That's
over.
right. Marie says licorice seasonally would be great.
I know, right?
So we had it for like a year. It took a long time to sell out.
Mm-hmm.
Shauna says I made Keto Chow root beer with A&W cream soda zero.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Mike is here, and Cynthia can't wait to meet us in
Mike.
Orlando.
In 5 minutes, yay! Are you
Donna
packed?
says my sound keeps cutting out while you guys are
Oh
talking.
no, I'm sorry.
Try switching to YouTube,
Yeah.
or reload your
Yeah,
app or your
reload the
browser
page or something.
Yeah, but if you switch to YouTube, it might not be a problem.
Bummer. Hi, Kathy.
Kathy says good evening. Speaking of going to Orlando, we're leaving
Yes.
tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow morning, we have to get up at. Well, we have to
Really
leave the
early
house
in the
at
morning.
4:40.
Which means I'm not going to the gym. Because they're not even open that early.
We're also not waking up the kids to pray or anything like that. That'll be
Sad.
fun. But one thing that we are doing is we're bringing chocolate sweetened Keto Chow core to Orlando. We brought some of it to Omaha, and it didn't all sell out.
So there's a little bit left.
There is a little bit left. So if you're going to be in Orlando,
We just got one box from our manufacturer.
yep,
We still don't have any more.
yes. And don't ask me if that means that more is coming back, because I will just refer you to
Does
the
not
Facebook
know.
post where it says we got a limited quantity to take to Omaha,
We got one box.
and we're taking it to Orlando as well. Anyway, Kathy says good evening. Actually, the chocolate core was one of the things that sold the best at Omaha.
Yeah, it was.
And strangely enough, we forgot any of the Dr. Berry Daily Minerals.
Lame.
It's really weird.
But he's going to be there this
He's
weekend,
supposed
right?
to be.
Right.
Yeah. Platte River Keto is here. Donna says, have we decided to get birthday cake back yet? No, we haven't even had a meeting.
Yeah, we
About
haven't
that.
even been home long enough to have a
Miriam
meeting.
and I, it's been nuts, and it's just going to get worse. This week is, it's a lost
This week
cause.
is over. We're in Orlando. Next week we'll be home. I want to clean the basement.
And then the week after that, we are going to be away again.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, at that time we probably could, at some point, we have a monthly meeting where we talk about all things inventory and stuff.
Inventory meeting.
Oh,
Oh.
that's not public knowledge yet, so I can't say anything. Donna says, let's see. Sarah G says hello, friends. Kathy says, I made my first Keto Chow waffle today using caramel macchiato.
Oh, yes.
Nice. Keto Karen's here from Texas.
Hi,
Just got
Karen.
here. Visual Keto says, but I love root beer. Now, here's the thing.
Too. I love root
All
beer.
of our products now have a 5-year shelf life on them.
Yeah, so buy a bunch and then just keep using them.
So,
I just like to have the ones I like on hand, so I should get some root beer too.
yeah, well, and we were looking at the orange mango and how it's been selling, and the pina colada and the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
And as the summer has gone on, their sales were going up, 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 and now they're starting to go down again. And that's why we make them seasonal.
Yep.
So that we can start out with a fresh batch
Yep.
every year. Mike
Because
says,
school is starting.
yeah, Mike says our school starts here on August.
Oh my gosh, that's early. That's like next week.
Carrie was looking for minerals to help with teeth and gums. Just need to get more organ meat, sardines, and red meat.
Sure.
Kathy says we found sound fine. We found sign.
Sound wine.
Sign. She says good evening, everyone. I was
Tina,
watching Stephen
hi.
Colton. Nice. Let's see. Pirate Wench is packing suitcase right now.
Yes.
And Lori says the kids will appreciate you not waking them up. No, they won't even care. They will just be like,
They will sleep until
yeah.
noon.
this is what
What?
it was like last week.
What?
When we
My
had no
life is
parents.
over. No parents.
Let's see. Lynn says I just had to shut my phone down and back on to
Oh,
talk.
good. I'm glad. Hey, Lynn, how are you?
And Storm Chasing Gal says, "You're all fast. My box already shipped."
Yes.
Betty says, "Yeah, my school starts on August 16th, but I have to be back on the 7th."
Oh.
Yeah, our school starts on the 21st.
Yeah,
Yep.
so the 7th, so you're going to be on our Monday Live, or should we sing right now?
Might as well sing right now. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Patty. Happy birthday to you.
On the 7th.
Next week.
Shauna says, I did not miss school. It was funny to me when I realized, I'm like, all that time I was in school, I could have been getting paid?
Yeah.
Cynthia
All that
definitely
time
wants us
you were
to
in
bring back
school, you
birthday
could have
cake.
been gaining the knowledge and actually soaking in all the things people were teaching us.
No, I had
instead
gifted
of
kids
fighting
syndrome
against
going
it.
on.
Yeah, gifted kids.
Yeah. Where
I wasn't
everything
in the
was
gifted
boring.
program.
Sharon says, good evening. I just got my peanut butter keto chow. I love this flavor. It's a creamy, my favorite flavor so far. I actually made 12 of the peanut butter for our daughter, Kate.
They're gone.
And I got home and I was like, and I also made 12 of the whatchamacallit? Chocolate mint. And I said, there's nothing wrong with the chocolate mint. And Kate said, no, I just like the peanut butter better.
And she was racing to eat them before Max ate them because Max
before
doesn't
he
like
got
the
home.
chocolate mint because he
Yeah.
doesn't like any mint. And so this way she could get both.
Oh, that makes sense. I actually need to make some tonight.
Sneaky, sneaky.
That's why I cleaned off the counter.
Oh.
That's why I ran the dishwasher. You're welcome, Kate.
She says thank you.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she
Anyway, Storm
does.
Chasing Gal did the Snickers hack. So good. So that's chocolate peanut butter
yes,
with
and
salted caramel.
caramel. So good.
And Pirate Keto says our kids start on August 10th. Wow.
Oh, wow,
When
wow.
does it start? So I remember it starting after Labor Day.
Yeah. It was like my birthday and then school's there.
Lori's here from Vancouver Island.
Lori.
Nice. Kathy says, I go back next week, but most students start on the 16th. My preschoolers start on the 21st.
Oh, yep. Our kids are apparently with your preschoolers.
Mike's going to drink a Keto Chow core for dinner.
Yes.
Good job. Teresa says, I thought it was funny yesterday when you said, let me try something. And then poof,
Dead.
Well, I forgot that
Yeah.
although I can pick up a stream on my phone and continue,
Uh-huh.
I can't then hand it back to the computer. Once it's on my phone,
End of story.
just be happy that I have a backup plan. But I had forgotten that. So,
It's fine.
Cynthia says here in Mesa, Arizona, we start school on August 4th. Wow. And we were one of the last ones to start.
Wow, 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 wow.
You'd think in
I guess
Mesa
you have
they
air
would
conditioning in your school, though.
That's true. That's true.
I remember when we were kids, we didn't
There
have
was
air
no
conditioning.
air conditioning.
We only had heaters. Maybe that's why, because you didn't start that early
Yep.
in the year.
Sean says it would be so sad if school started before my birthday, third week-ish of August.
Yeah.
Joanna says Neha is out of just about everything. Nothing for July to order for me. Switch needs to order my own
sorry.
product. They'll be giving you an update on that.
Pretty soon. We
That's-
actually talked to him today.
Yep. That's information for them to share, not us just yet.
Yep.
Krista says I just ordered another round of 21 packets of vanilla cream. I can't wait until I can buy a big bag. Well, we're not planning to bring out a big bag. We're not planning anything right now.
But a big bag would be nice.
It would be nice. Cat
Any
Diamond says
bag
hello
would
from
be
Northern
nice.
California. It would. Lynette says, hey everyone.
Hi, Lynette.
Lori says, so do you have a dedicated fridge just for all the Keto Chow? Not a dedicated fridge.
Kind of.
We have our old fridge that when we remodeled our house, it went into the garage.
Graduated to the garage.
And it's there so that you can grab a Keto Chow out of the fridge as you're on your way to the car to drive to work.
But sometimes in the winter, you have to leave the door open.
Yes, actually you do.
Because
The freezer gets too
it
cold.
gets too cold,
Yep.
and then the fridge doesn't work properly.
It's true.
Weird.
Mike says school should start after Labor Day.
I think so
agree.
too.
Let's see. Shauna says, I agree, Mike. Ours always started after Labor Day week.
Labor Day.
Weekend rush. Yep.
I actually went to school on my birthday for the first day of school one time. On the 3rd.
Storm Chasing Gal says, we're all bag, ladies, gents. Let's see.
Jonna said, today is my first year anniversary of Ketovore Carnivore, down 103.6 pounds.
In a year?
That's amazing. Good job.
That's crazy.
Congratulations. Happy Ketoversary.
Okay, Lewis says, so I asked recently about fish products
Okay.
used in the product, but I didn't get a solid answer on topical applications.
Okay.
So I'm actually not sure what you're asking about.
Which product specifically, Lewis?
Yeah,
Let us know.
Okay, number one, we don't use any fish products in our stuff. So I'm actually not sure what you're talking about. If you're talking about like the magnesium or the other electrolytes, yeah, I'm not sure what you mean. So if you can give us more clarification, that would be
We would
fantastic.
definitely answer you.
Yeah, Kathy says our school used to start after Labor Day, but then went to around June 18th.
Wow.
If it would have gone to June 18th, I almost would have been able to celebrate a birthday
In
in
the
school.
Yeah.
I also never got my name up on the people who lost a tooth board. Because by the time I
you're
finally
so
lost
sad.
teeth,
Everybody was
nobody
already
cared. All
Done.
right,
No.
let's
It's really
move on.
better that way.
Okay, is heavy cream okay to use? I can't find plain heavy cream. I'm sorry, is heavy whipping cream okay to use?
I can't find plain heavy cream. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've had this happen a few times to us as well, depending on what you can find in your grocery store. Just find whatever you can that has the most fat and the least amount of sugar, and that will probably be fine. I know when Haley went to Canada, she couldn't find heavy cream. It's just called whipping cream there.
Which is different.
Which is it's a little bit different, but that's the best she can find, so that's what she's using, and it's fine. It seems to work well for her. So yes, you can use it. We found we like the Costco one the best. That's what is the percentage?
40%.
40% fat. That's the highest fat one that we have found, the Dairy Gold.
So here you got a nice, fun little table.
Table-y
So,
table.
yeah, there's the Dairy Gold Classic 40, and it's 40% fat. Heavy whipping cream in the United States is 36.1%. Whipping cream is 30.9%.
Yep.
And light table cream is 19. Half and half is 11.5. Now, this is from our will whipping cream or half and half work for keto? Does it have to be heavy whipping cream?
Yeah.
So, first off, please don't use skim milk, 2%, whole milk, or half and half. If it's the only thing you have, it might work, but for 400 calories worth of stuff, you're talking about, well, 6 times more carbs. Like, that's a lot. That's just for the half and half. If you use, like, whole milk, it's like
31.
10 times more carbs.
Which, if you're not keto, it would work.
Yeah, it would. But now here's the other thing. Butter. Look at butter.
So good.
Essentially no carbs.
0.3 carbs, yeah.
But to answer the actual question, is heavy whipping cream okay to use? Yes. If you can't find heavy cream, yes. In the United States, if it's labeled heavy cream or heavy whipping cream, there's legal requirements as to the amount of fat and therefore the amount of carbs that are in it. All of them are the same. The difference, you know what the difference is between heavy whipping cream and heavy cream?
Fat and sugar.
Nope, it's carrageenan and other emulsifiers. So there are some people that get very excited
Some people really have a problem with it.
about carrageenan and the other emulsifiers that are added to heavy whipping cream. And if that's a concern to you, just use butter. Like, that's the easiest.
Or find one without carrageenan if you
Which
can.
are very difficult to find.
They are hard to find.
Like, you can find them at like Trader Joe's and
Whole Foods.
Whole Foods, and that's like the only place you can find them. Everywhere else, they add what's the other? It's carrageenan, and I don't remember what else.
I don't
But
remember.
if that's a concern to you, yeah, just use butter. Otherwise, most people, heavy whipping cream, heavy cream, perfectly fine. Whipping cream, again, just fine, but whipping cream versus heavy whipping cream, there's a lot more fat in heavy whipping cream, which also means less sugar. Let's see. Yes, we do use Keto Chow, fish in Keto Chow.
Oh, that's true.
Yep. Let's see. Carrie says, I found regular cream at my local health store. How many carbs does that have since heavy whipping cream has carbs? Yeah, so whipping cream has 0.44 grams per tablespoon, or for 400 calories, it's 4.05 versus the 0.43, which isn't a big difference, right? But it's almost 0.7 grams fewer carbs.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of a big deal.
Well, and you can look on the package. The thing that
The package is going to round.
nice to remember.
Yes.
Is
sorry.
It's okay. I don't mind. Is the package is going to say 0 if it's 0.5 or lower, and so if it says 0, just think of it as 1, because that's a good rule of thumb.
Speaking of all heavy cream has carbs, Two Crazy Ketos is here.
Hello.
Sort of Tasting Gals has found a recipe for keto lemonade. Gonna try that bad boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bad boys,
carrageenan.
bad boys. What you gonna do?
Cat Diamond says I can't find heavy
What you
whipping
gonna
cream.
do
That
when
is
they come
just
for
cream.
me?
Yeah. Again, if that's
is hard
if that's
sometimes.
an issue, butter is best.
Butter is so
but
good.
it's kind of like next level as far as mixing. It's a little bit harder to do. Storm Chasing Gals says if you'll get a sparkling ice in pineapple coconut and heavy cream, you can get coconut pineapple cream.
Ooh, yummy.
Yeah, Rihanna says it's so hard to find heavy whipping cream without carrageenan, but butter is amazing.
Yep.
Keto Karen's been using avocado oil.
Oh, and I did that for like a year.
Carrie says, why do they have those in the heavy whipping cream? Because it makes them whip better.
That's it.
That's it. It just makes it whip better. Yeah, Rick Wynn says I can find the heavy whipping cream without the carrageenan if I get the 2 quart rather than the 1 quart.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Christine says, yeah, we sometimes use heavy whipping cream from Sam's Club. We usually get it when we do it. We get it from Sam's Club in the 1 quart, the Members Mark, or we get the 2 quart one from Costco. Gina wants to see your nails.
Can you see?
Oh, they're red, white, and blue.
Red, white, and blue. This little
Yeah.
white one has a little. It's actually, I need to get them done not next week. Is it? I think it's next week.
It
But
would be next
my
week.
toes are even not on the screen.
Wrong foot.
Are red, white, and blue also.
Ann says I can't jump to the butter dark side yet. And again, and that's like we said. Don't worry
just
about
takes
it.
some practice.
You just need to. You have to use a blender. Well, you don't have to. It works best if you use a blender and you use melted butter and all that other
And
stuff.
warm water.
Yep. Okay, here's another question for you.
Okay.
Oh, but Gina says pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, can you be in ketosis without ketones in urine?
Okay, so if you're saying if you test your ketones on the urine test strips and they come up negative, you're not in ketosis?
Does that mean that you're not in ketosis?
Probably, but you know what? The urine is actually excess that you're not using. You're getting rid of it, so it's possible to have it going through your blood and you're not getting rid of it right now.
Yep.
So you could still be in ketosis.
Yeah, the urine test strips, okay, a lot of people discourage people from using urine test strips in the keto community. Urine ketone strips, like Miriam said, it's just testing the excess stuff that you don't use that's coming out in the urine. I think that they're a tool and they can be very, very motivational when you're first starting.
Yes.
It's a good way to say, wow, look, something's happening. That's all they're good for, honestly, is just to tell you that something's happening. They don't tell you what level of ketosis you're in. They don't tell you that the foods that you're eating are particularly ketogenic. They just are telling you that, hey, something's happening. Your urine has ketones in it. Wow. We joke that
But if you want to use them, you can use them.
you can use them, and we joke that they're for entertainment purposes only. And people are like, entertainment? It's like, yeah. You look at them and you're like, wow, that's cool. I'm cool. I used them when I first started because
I did too.
there wasn't a lot of other stuff around, and every time you tested blood ketones, they cost $4.
Right, I remember when those came down.
$4 freaking dollars. And then Keto Mojo, it was $1 for a test strip, and I was like super happy about that.
That was amazing.
But you can absolutely be in a ketogenic state and be in ketosis, which is burning those ketones, without ketones present in your urine. So if you started doing keto or you've been doing keto for a long time and you're still using the urine test strips, maybe it's time to graduate past that. And Joe will point out from Two Crazy Ketos that there really isn't a need to test your ketones unless you're doing some sort of an experiment on yourself. Okay, I'm going to get geeky for a second. On a computer, if there is a problem, what you'll do is you'll turn on a debug log. It just keeps track of everything the computer is doing and spits it out. And you can look through that debug log and see what's happening.
Debug log.
It's diagnostic tools, like a CGM.
Can we put a debug log on our kids?
We should. Ketone testers are a bit of a debug. They're a diagnostic tool. You use it to figure out either if something's wrong or if you're trying to check something to see what maybe you could improve. But for just day to day, if you stick to eating fewer than like 20 non-fiber carbs and fewer than like 50 total carbs, you don't need to test.
You're most likely going to be in ketosis.
Yes. You eventually just will be.
But you can still gain weight on keto.
You absolutely can, especially
You can
if
still
you're
overeat doing
especially if you're
anything.
eating keto treats. Ask me how I know. Okay. Storm Chasing Gal says Miriam's wedding set is beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Hi,
And everyone,
Stina.
says your stuff is cute. Lucy says, is 3.5 ketones too high? I would not say they're too high. High is when you start getting into
Like
9,
7.
10, 11.
Yeah.
5.5 is normal for like fasting for different
for
people.
different people.
Some
I don't
people-
think I've ever got to 5.5.
Some people never get above like
I think
2.
I've maybe got to 3.5 like with a 72-hour fast or something.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, 3.5 is not too high. It used to be believed that that was optimal range, and people would like work really, really hard to stay there, and that it depends on what you're. Actually, a better answer to your question is 3.5 ketones too high? Depends on why you're looking at ketones.
Yes. Because if you're epileptic, having higher ketones is really, really helpful.
Yes. If you're just trying to lose weight, high ketones do not equate to really anything. So,
You have to eat a lot of fat to be able to get those ketones that high.
yeah. Carrie's going to bed.
Good night, Carrie.
Let's see. Jonah says it's impossible here in Canada to find cream without
There
carrageenan.
you go.
There you go. That's.
I'm sorry.
I was going to say that's why you might want to switch to something like coconut cream or butter or coconut oil. What's up?
I just wanted to know what Jonna's city she lives in.
Oh yeah, because our daughter's in.
She's in
Hinton.
Hinton.
Actual Hinton.
Hinton. And she went to Jasper 2 days ago.
Yeah, she did.
And she bought me a
And
hat.
she was looking for rocks. Why did she buy you a hat?
For Christmas!
Anyway, Lucy says Keto Mojo is amazing. Yeah, I remember when they came out. I was like, what?
It was the best day ever.
It's kind of freaking out. Karen's here. Says, hi,
Karen,
lovelies.
hi. I miss your
Lynette
face.
says, nerd.
Yeah.
Gigi says, yeah, you're still alive. Becky likes your hair.
Oh,
It's
thank
very
you.
bouncy.
I used a different tool today because my curling iron is packed.
Okay, Lucy says, I'm diabetic. It depends on if you're type 1 diabetic or type 2 diabetic and what your glucose looks like. Where you need to be worried
Yeah,
about
you need to
high
be focusing
ketones
on your glucose mostly.
is if you're a type 1 diabetic
Mm-hmm.
and you're not properly managing it using exogenous insulin
Right.
and you have very high glucose, then having high ketones would be a concern.
Big time.
That's ketoacidosis. But ketoacidosis typically is in the range of 20
Yeah.
or higher.
But do watch your glucose. Also, if you're just starting into keto, you're going to want to have some talks with your doctor because you'll need to be de-prescribed on some medications.
That's true.
If you get down low carb enough, you don't want to have to be taking medicine to bring your blood glucose down if you're bringing it down with food. So you're going to have to be really careful.
Joanna's in Beaumont.
Oh,
5-minute drive.
5 minute. Okay, she's 3 hours away.
Okay, Stina says, I just found the best cream in Iceland. Wish we could get it here. Wow.
Oh, man.
Keto in the Mist says, happy Tuesday, late, but glad to be here. Moving this month. Wow. Need to prep some Keto Chow to have on hand when I need some good nutrition while on the go.
Yeah, moving is so stressful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You'll be in our thoughts. I hope that the move goes well for you.
Karen misses you too. You were wonderful to speak with.
Oh,
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Another question for you. Can anyone tell me where to find which of the bulk bags are now in the newest version?
Oh, we have a little thing. What? Are you just going to Google it?
So I will say
Google it.
Keto
Chow.
flavor availability is the easiest way to find it.
It came up before you even started.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Flavor status page.
It is.
Guys, I want to go to sleep. I'm tired.
So, on this page, it not only tells you
Flavor
information
Flav.
about which ones are seasonal, which ones are available, all of that stuff, but it also tells you which ones are in version 2.8.
Yep.
So there you go. Apple pie, blueberry pie, chocolate, and pecan sticky bun. Now, this is if you buy it from us.
Yes, if you buy it from Amazon, you're not going to necessarily get the 2.8.
You probably won't, actually.
I don't think they have any.
Amazon has this thing about we send them stuff, and then like 3 months later or a year later, they go, oh yeah, well, I guess we should start selling that. So, anywho, Joanna says, October I go full panel on blood work, another DEXA scan.
Yes, good job. I need to do that too in October. Let's do it together.
Okay. So anyway, there's that page tells you which ones are in the version 2.8. And the only difference between the 2.8 and the 2.7 and earlier
is acacia gum.
Is the amount of acacia gum. There's 4.6 grams fewer of acacia gum.
Which is really funny that small of an amount would cause that many more total carbs.
Well, it's 4.6 grams of total carbs.
I know.
Difference.
But it just feels like...
You take out 4.7 grams of fiber.
But grams are so tiny.
Yeah. Okay. Excuse me. Becky wants to know, when is pumpkin spice caramel going to be available?
Oh, in the fall.
In the fall. When's fall?
When the leaves fall.
So, on this page, here we have seasonal. This means we've noticed the flavor sells great at some times of the year and terrible at others, like pumpkin spice caramel. These will be stocked in anticipation of them having them ready to go when their season begins.
Yep.
We will not announce ahead of time the exact date these will be available, since that date is often outside our control, and we will not promise what we cannot deliver.
So pretty soon, since school's starting, and the summer flavors will be done soon. So pretty soon.
Yep.
But yeah, fall will be here any minute. Also, Christmas will come too.
Christmas is coming. John says, instead of there's an app for that, Chris's version, there's a chart for that. No, there's a
spreadsheet.
FAQ.
There's a spreadsheet.
Frequently asked questions webpage. GGB says, I got workouts still to do. It's a 9:46 where you're at. Wow. Yeah, East Coast.
Wow. Get on the treadmill and take us with you.
Yeah, Renata says, are the fall flavors coming soon? They'll be coming when they come.
Pretty soon.
Patricia says, I did grab a package from Amazon. It's holding me over till I sign up for a subscription.
Yes.
Hey, and it's okay if you buy it from Amazon.
Yeah.
Just, they tend to take forever to get stuff out the door. Or to cycle through the inventory.
We like you here and there.
Okay.
And everywhere.
So, speaking of stuff taking forever and whatnot, Someone asked, I have some expired Keto Chow. Is it still okay to use?
Okay, that's a good question. We did just barely get our Keto Chow recertified for 5 years shelf life. So it probably is fine. If you're worried about it, reach out to customer service, tell them what the date is, and we can look it up.
Yep.
But yeah, if it's, 2018 or something?
So here's the short version. The shelf life is 5 years. The packages produced prior to 2023 have a best by date of 2 years from the date of manufacture. Meaning if your package has a best by date prior to 2027, you can add 3 years to the date shown. And the cool thing about this, these were actual real-time tests. Meaning we took an old packet
Of chocolate.
opened it up. Actually, it wasn't chocolate. It was there was like 3 different flavors that we tested.
Okay.
Anyway,
For some reason,
we
I
opened
thought it
them
was
up.
chocolate.
checked the nutrient amounts, and they were still valid.
So awesome.
Yeah.
Keto Chow is so awesome.
So and it's not technically expired. It's just past the best by date. Sean says chart was easier to spell. Alan says I made some
that's
chocolate toffee ice cream for the first time. It was so good.
I love chocolate toffee. Alan, have you done chocolate toffee and chocolate peanut butter together? They make the best. Match in heaven. Made in heaven.
Match in heaven. Okay, here you go. This is actually the last question that I pre-prepared.
Okay.
I have been counting net carbs to lose weight, but at times I've read that some people count total carbs. What do you do?
Well, if you're counting net carbs and you're having success, you're probably fine to keep doing what you're doing.
It also means that you're probably not using a lot of stuff that has sneaky fiber gain stuff.
Sneaky. The more products you get, the harder it is. Because I noticed when I was having a protein bar every day, that's when I started to see my weight stall for the first time.
Okay.
A long time ago. But anyway, it's nice to kind of have a total carb cap in your brain and just be paying attention to what, how many total carbs you're going to have, like an idea in your brain.
Yeah. Now, Joe likes to say that, Joe from Two Crazy Ketos, likes to say that net carbs are made up by food companies and it's not a real thing. And that if you want to do it right, it's actually better to use total carbs. Dr. Eric Westman will tell you that they only do total carbs, and that's kind of prescription strength keto.
Yeah. If you really want to get down to it, total carbs is a way to go. So I've been doing 10 total carbs for a long time now, and
10 total carbs is nuts.
It's hard because everything has a carb in it, right? An egg has a carb.
We found some Hatch chili.
Oh yeah, those had two carbs in them.
Yeah, and cheese, Members Mark. They were from Sam's Club.
They're yummy.
Giant sausages. They were really delicious.
Super good.
2 carbs apiece.
Yep.
A regular thing of version 2.7 Keto Chow with butter ends up being like 8.6 total carbs.
Yeah.
Now, this is one important thing. The issue with counting net carbs, for me at least, is if you are having a lot of keto products that use fiber as a sweetener,
right,
you start to run into problems. Yeah,
treats, mostly sweets.
Yeah, they use like soluble corn fiber gums and isomaltooligosaccharides and all these other things.
What a word.
That's not a real word either. There's IMO, isomalto. I don't remember.
Well, that's what you meant.
Yes. So there's a lot of fibers that are sweeteners that for some people they're kind of okay. For other people, they have a really negative reaction and it raises their blood glucose. I was actually pretty interested yesterday. I had some dark chocolate lilies.
Right.
Did not impact my blood sugar at all. But I would be interested to see what some Chalk Zero does because some people have no problem with Chalk Zero. Other people, it's terrible.
Also, food odor matters, and so sometimes,
I heard odor.
Food order matters. So if you eat a meal and then have some chalk zero at the end of it, it's going to be better for you than if you just eat the chalk zero by itself. So that's something to learn about yourself too, is just to see how things impact you.
Yeah. And for a lot of people, if what they're doing is net carbs where they're not counting true fibers, like fibers in green vegetables, fibers in salad, things like that. That's probably not a big deal. That's actually why I'm not too concerned about the acacia gum that's in Keto Chow. And that's why I'm not too concerned about version 2.8 versus 2.7.
Yeah.
Because for me, the extra 4 grams is like, it's actually fiber. So even though I recently started, it was actually kind of hard to switch over to total carbs. Like I had to change it not only in the app in Chronometer, but in like 3 places in the app.
Yeah. It's kind of a pain.
Annoying. And then I had to change it on the web pages too, as well.
Yep.
And lately, because I just stuck on a CGM, I've actually been recording how many grams of carbs I've been eating in the CGM app as well.
Yeah, so you're putting it in 2 places.
I'm actually putting everything
and then you're
I
like,
eat into
I
2
never want to
places.
eat again because I just don't want to write it down.
Because I want to see what it's doing. And this was interesting because there was a post on the diabetes subreddit where someone was asking about stuff and they said, hey, I've been using Keto Chow. They told me that it doesn't raise blood sugar, but I've been seeing it raise blood sugar.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I can't answer your question about low-carb bakeries in Ontario.
Right.
But I can give you a data point about
Keto Chow.
Keto Chow and blood sugar. Here's my plot for the last 24 hours. And here's every single time I ate a Keto Chow. And you'll notice it didn't do anything to my blood
Also,
sugar.
I'm not diabetic.
Yes, also I'm not diabetic. But this particular person was not diabetic. They were using it for... actually, no, that was someone else. That was someone who was complaining.
He gave them a bunch of information.
There's a lot of CGM stuff running through my head right now. The Freestyle Libre app, this is on a complete tangent.
What?
The Freestyle Libre app for the Libre 3 has a feature where you cannot turn off emergency low blood sugar alarms.
Yes.
And rightfully so. Because if
smart.
you're a type 1 diabetic and you're dosing with insulin,
you need to know if
and
you're
your
low.
blood sugar, you have a hypoglycemic event, that's a big freaking deal.
It is a big deal.
And they don't want you to be able to turn that off. But okay, I'm not type 1 diabetic. And whenever I get a low blood sugar alarm, it's because I'm laying on top of the CGM.
Yes. Which means that diabetics are going to be getting an alarm when they're laying on top of their CGMs too. So we should be grateful we're not diabetic for lots of reasons.
Yes. I found an Android app that can actually steal the connection from a Freestyle Libre thing, and you can turn that off. And it has like a huge array of really cool features.
What you're telling me is I should have had my Libre at the same time you did so that I could steal the information you learn?
Yeah.
Too late.
Anyway, we're back to total carbs. So, yeah, and I guess it really comes back to what you said. If you're doing net carbs and you are having success, you're probably doing it right. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
If you are stuck or you want to get back on track or you've been stalled for months or even years, check out Total Carbs and just
give yourself
go
a
for the
week.
nuclear
Give yourself
option.
30 days, 90 days, something. Just to give it a try. And another thing is, like, every time you start something new, it's hard. And you can acknowledge that it's hard. It's going to be hard. You're going to feel sorry for yourself, and it's going to, have a pity party. Like I know that I did when I started doing harder, But I think what's important is we can do hard things. And something else that I was thinking about is you can overdo keto treats just like you overdid
absolutely.
Oreos, right? And then you're still eating too many carbs. So it almost
Karen says I ate some net carb stuff from Atkins and my CGM spiked high.
right.
Want to know why? Because I use
Atkins has
maltitol
maltodextrin in it. Yeah.
and which is fiber.
Yep. And so it's technically not a sugar, and so they can use it. So you'll find it in a lot of keto, any sugar-free treats. You just got to look at the ingredients.
Now, a lot of times
It's
they're
frustrating.
using legit things like allulose. For me, allulose, of all of the sugar alcohols, I like allulose the best. Erythritol, close second. I actually prefer to just use pure sucralose and not even worry about all that stuff. But the issue with erythritol is it gives me gas. And it's not stinky, it's just massive volumes. It's like,
Walks around farting all day.
just going to crop dust everything. Anyway.
Okay, one more thing I was
Yes,
going to say.
keep going.
Okay, so you can overdo keto treats just as much as you overdid the other treats. And I think the biggest thing we're not talking about is we really have addictive tendencies that we're not willing to accept about ourselves. Because we go through these cycles, at least I do. I'm sure none of you do. But I do go through these cycles where I do super good, super good, super good, super good. And then I go, get a little lenient. And then pretty soon I'm gaining weight again because I've just let too many things creep back in, snacks back in, whatever back in. And I think we just have to be constantly like recommitting ourselves and figure out how we can get over these addictive tendencies and like figure out coping mechanisms for emotion management and other things in our lives that are not food. And it's something that nobody wants to hear. Nobody wants to talk about.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Because it hurts our feelings. It hurts our feelings to say, I am weak and I'm eating because I feel weak. Or I'm celebrating because I'm eating because I'm celebrating, or whatever, all of these things. And we need to try to figure out how to switch in our mind. Like, how do we celebrate? How do we mourn? How do we grieve? How do we fix problems without food being soothing to us? So that's something that we really need to work on. I need to work on. I'm sure you guys have already got it figured out.
When you were saying that, it reminded me, we at the Omaha Summit, we actually, it was the first time I'd actually had a face-to-face real conversation with Dr. Saives.
Oh, really?
Yes, in the past it's been kind of a passing thing.
Yeah.
And it's because
He's taller
of
than
Low
you
Carb
are.
Cruise last year, Lynette was at a table with him.
Yeah, and that was awesome.
And she was able to get him to try
Tell him
Keto
we're not
Chow
scary.
for his post-bariatric surgery patients, and actually pre-bariatric as well.
Yep.
And he loves it. He's like, it's so great. It's better than anything else that we've tried. It's so fantastic. And we were talking with him, and he's like, yeah, but it just keeps disappearing. I'm like, is that because you keep taking it home and making ice cream? And he just stopped, and he's like, no.
I will never make ice cream.
He's like, I can trust other people. I cannot trust myself. And I cannot make things like ice cream. He's like, I know this about myself, and this is how it is. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And he's the carb addiction doc for a reason, and it's because he struggles with the same things we do. So that was an interesting conversation.
Yeah, Amy Berger did a Patreon video today. I subscribe to her Patreon and get her videos in my email.
She gets them.
You do, and I get. We are a team.
We are a team.
We do things together,
team.
young man. Anyway, I was watching the video, and she said, she's talking about specifically this thing, and she said there are some things that you just need to eliminate from your life, and you need to figure out what those are and decide to break up.
Cinnamon rolls.
Yeah. Potatoes. Right? And watermelon.
Okay.
But I have done good.
Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts.
Too soon?
I actually haven't had Pop-Tarts in a really long time.
Yeah. And they're not even that good.
I know. I agree they're not that good. It's we can't afford it.
Yeah.
I always wanted it when I was a kid thing.
Yep.
Like, I need to get over that because I'm an adult. I have adult children, for crying out loud.
That's true. Let's see. Anyway, so let's talk about what people are saying in the chat. Pirate Winch says chocolate peanut butter and chocolate toffee.
Oh, yes.
Joanna says, yeah, you're only cheating yourself with net carbs. Yes, Tina says, yeah, 10 total carbs is tough.
It is. It's tough.
GGB says, if I'm going to go over, it's got to be veggies, whole food, no junk snacks.
Yep.
Yeah, things like eggs. Okay, an egg has a carb, and who cares? I mean,
Yeah. And the nice thing about putting it into Chronometer is it does give you that, like, 0.7. So I can have 3 eggs and it's not quite 3 carbs or whatever.
Yes, that's
so, because otherwise I'd have to be counting them as 1, and so that gives me like a little bit more wiggle room. But I think, yeah, a little bit. But the thing is, I have to like be really selective about my vegetables. Because if I'm gonna have carbs, it better be good. So I'm like, I'm not gonna eat a salad unless I really want a salad. But I also have a refeed day each week, but it doesn't give me any more carbs. It just gives me more protein. So that's kind of nice too.
There you go. Yeah, Shauna says Lily's doesn't affect my glucose. Chalk Zero always spikes.
Yeah.
It says, yeah, Chalk Zero always spikes my blood sugar. Now, there are some people who legitimately, Chalk Zero does not have doesn't cause them problems at all, even on a continuous glucose monitor.
Yep. And I have
checked. People, it does.
I have checked on continuous glucose monitors, and if I eat it by itself, it'll go up. But if I eat it after a meal, it doesn't. So that's me.
Yeah. Joanna says, yeah, it was cream that stalled me out. May, June, July started dropping like crazy since I got way back on it.
Isn't that crazy?
GGB says, so my CGM Diet Coke is fine. Diet Coke and Captain Morgan is fine. Zero sugar root beer. Sugar goes up 20 points. Wow.
Whoa.
No reason, but it happened twice. No more root beer. I'm going to have to try that myself.
You know, you can get root beer extract and make soda water and put that in there if you want to taste it.
Yeah.
Or you can have Keto Chow root beer.
Cindy says meat first, then veggies and carbs.
Yes.
I would say
food order.
Meat with fat.
Meat and fat, then veggies.
And Cynthia says,
carbs.
yes, some say veggies, then meat, then carbs. Yeah.
Yes, I've heard both things. Right now, I'm still trying to focus on protein.
Yeah,
first.
I would always prioritize protein.
Yeah.
Sean says the Freestyle Libre 2 will let you turn off extreme low either. Yes.
Yes.
GGB says I can turn off my Libre 3. There is a way. Okay, so there is a way to do it. You can put your phone on airplane mode.
Oh.
Or you can turn off Bluetooth, or you can force close the app, or you can turn off Do Not Disturb Override, and then the app says, I'm sorry, you can't even launch me unless you turn back on Do Not Disturb Override.
But it is kind of a pain in the butt to get it to resync again sometimes.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Mine hasn't done that yet.
Well, good.
Anyway. Let's see. Lynette said, oh, yeah, Slow Carb says, yeah, compression lows.
Right.
This says those low blood sugar alarms scare the dickens out of me. Mine goes as low as 40 to 50. Wow.
Yeah.
Karen saying good night.
Good night.
We should be safe in our travels. Joanna says, you're welcome, Storm Chasing Gal.
Good
How you spell my name.
night. Good night.
Cynthia says, I had a funeral for the standard American diet way of eating.
Right.
Actual funeral, that's hilarious.
You know what? And just tell it goodbye. It was lovely while it lasted, I guess. Except that it gave us health problems.
Now, this is funny, interesting. Kathy says, I had a CGM for 15 days, and when I drank Keto Chow, my glucose would go down. I'm not diabetic. Okay, I don't have any...
That's interesting.
I don't have any actual, like, data for this, but that sounds like your body was assuming that the sweetness of Keto Chow, that there should be carbs with that, and so maybe it was releasing insulin. I don't know. Or maybe there was other stuff that was causing it to go down. All you have to do is look at a glucose plot of when you're fasting.
Oh.
And it goes up, and it goes down, and it goes up, and it goes down.
It's really interesting when you're fasting because it can be 60, and then it can be 80, and then it can be 60, and then it can be 80, and then it can be 100.
110 for 3 days straight.
And it's like,
and I don't know.
I don't know why my body is doing that, but... but it's pretty darn cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Tanya said, I'm a carb addict. Can't have them.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Terry says, I don't think that they are going to have a Las Vegas keto convention. No, they are
It's
not.
canceled.
It is officially canceled.
So you can all come to Utah in October instead.
You could. Dr. Barry's going to be here. Yeah, but yes, officially the Las Vegas Healthy Living and Keto Expo, I think is what they were going to call it,
It's over.
is officially canceled. Teresa says, I used to like Lily's chocolate, but they changed it. Now it makes me gassy.
Oh, man.
Penny says, are you going to be at
stinks.
Ketopalooza?
Yes.
Yes, we are. And we're going to be at Orlando, and we're going to be at, there's one in Tennessee. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Tanya's a
Low carb
patient
for better
of
health?
Dr.
Oh,
Cyrus.
Tanya.
Yes, I think it's low carb for better health.
That's awesome.
Christy says, how do you cope when you're exhausted? When I feel
it's
super
so
tired or
hard.
stressed, I seem to snack more and simply eat too much. How do you guys handle that?
Pickles. Yeah, pickles.
Because
but that's still feeding the
it's true.
snacking that you need. Try to find something and decide now, while you're not snacky, what you're going to do when you're snacky.
Which could just
Right?
be unflavored
Take a
electrolytes.
bath, go take a walk, draw a picture, read a book, go hug your kids.
Don't you ever interrupt me
While
while
I'm reading a book.
Yeah.
I'm reading a book. I'm reading a book. Don't you ever interrupt me when I'm reading a book.
I need to watch that again.
No.
Julian Smith reading a book.
He yells at people a lot.
Brother, do you want this hot Kool-Aid? No, I don't want this hot Kool-Aid. I made this for you. Anyway,
He's such a weirdie.
yeah. But yeah, like Miriam said, but I think if you're super exhausted and you feel like you need a snack, I think you need electrolytes. And that's actually why I recommended
right.
the pickles or even the
Yeah.
pickle juice.
Yeah.
Lady
have some
Fritz
electrolyte.
Sater,
Have a drink.
hi, by the way, says it's amazing how much we do is really controlled by emotions, even when we don't think it is.
Yes.
Christine says we just made spicy taco chaffles.
Ooh, that does
Have we
sound
ever made
good.
it with spicy taco?
Yes, I've made it with every single
Oh,
Keto
okay.
Chow flavor.
Terry likes eggnog. Storm Chasing Gal says, when super tired, try Advocare Sparky with caffeine.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Yeah, Cynthia says, rest in peace, bread.
Sad. It's been killed.
Lori says, I've never had a Pop-Tart in my life. They seem icky. They are.
They are icky.
They're cardboard. They're just
It
terrible.
literally just tastes like you're having cardboard with some jelly in it and frosting on top. That's what it tastes like.
Teresa just went to Qdoba and ate a bunch of tortilla chips.
Oh, man.
Bring along some, what do they call pork rinds instead.
Yeah, next time.
This is, I've been working on the one ingredient foods unless it's my Keto Chow or something I'm making myself.
Good job. That's
Lady
hard.
Fritz says, I created the cinnamon Pop-Tarts as a youngster. Tried them recently and they were meh.
Yeah. and that's the thing I've noticed too is like I have all of these foods that I want on a pedestal. They don't really taste that good. And honestly, when have you ever had potatoes when you wouldn't need a drink of water? Like they're so dry.
Well, who was it that was talking about mashed potatoes? I think it might have been Serious Keto.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was on his Not So Serious video podcast. He was talking about mashed potatoes. He was like, you don't want the mashed... You have to put stuff on the mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
And
Because if
yeah.
you ate the potato by itself, it's not that great. It's great because it's covered in butter and sour cream and cheese.
Jennifer says Maria Emmerich has a recipe for Pop-Tarts using pork rinds.
I've actually made it. I have made, I am, that's the problem. My Pop-Tarts are on a pedestal up here in the sky. And so I've tried all the different Pop-Tarts and then Legendary Foods came out with them. And then I ate all the boxes I possibly could and was just abusing those for a long time.
Yep.
And then I'm like, I gotta stop. It's not good.
Debbie's going to sleep. Shauna says if I turn off Bluetooth, the app beeps. So you can turn off
Yes.
sensor disconnect alarms. The only alarm you can't turn off is the like emergency low glucose. So if you turn off the sensor disconnect alarm, then you can turn off everything else and it's fine.
Yes, because mine also, I was going to water aerobics and I was putting my phone on the bench by the pool and then I was in the middle of the pool and it was going off and everybody's like, whose phone is that? I'm like, my phone doesn't make that sound. Apparently it does.
Yeah, it's whoa.
It's annoying.
DGB says I woke up the whole campground last week.
Right?
63 sleeping on the ground in the woods.
You're like, guess what? It's time for everyone to go to the bathroom now.
Yeah. Lady for Serious says I have to eat some of the meat in my freezer from the 4th of July sales in order to fit my Keto Chow creamies in there.
That sounds delicious.
Rhiannon says, oh goodness, they canceled Vegas 2 years in a row. Does that mean forever? Well, last year they just postponed it to this year.
Yes.
Now they're saying that it's canceled. So I don't know if it's going to come back or not.
And I think we would have promoted it if they would have said for sure it was happening. It was just kind of wishy-washy, and
Don't
so
have anything good to say.
it's sad.
That says I used the Keto Chow savory chicken to make pizza crust tonight. It was super
Oh,
amazing.
you did!
Nice.
I'm so glad.
I think that recipe is on our site.
For the pizza crust, we have a couple of pizzas,
Yeah,
and they're
in fact,
good.
share.
I think
Kitchen.
I have
And
a
she's
problem.
probably already shared it.
Yeah, she may have. I have a problem too, is that I end up eating random things throughout the day and not feeling
Ketogenic mermaids.
satiated. If I would just sit down and make a meal, I would feel much better, and then I wouldn't overeat as much. Oh yeah, that's a goodie.
Yeah, there's quite a few pizza crust recipes.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you were saying, sorry.
I'm done.
Okay. Penny says they had a Pop-Tart catch fire in my toaster, melted and turned into hard plastic. I had to throw the toaster away. Ah.
Dangerous. We
Okay.
actually have a recipe on our site called the hand pies. They're called hand pies.
Yeah.
And
Strawberry
that's
hand pies.
similar to a Pop-Tart, except that it tastes way better.
Cindy says, can you use eggs as the fat source in Keto Chow
Yes.
instead of butter or cream or oils?
We have done
You
that
can.
before.
Yep.
Carrie Brown
But
does that.
specifically, it's
Joe
the
and Rachel have
egg
done that.
yolks.
Yep.
But and then the egg whites just give more protein. So
Mm-hmm.
all around, yeah, absolutely you can. Joanna says pork rinds, the new cauliflower.
Right?
And Joanna says I'm amazed with the recipes everybody comes up with for chow. Indeed. Mm-hmm. Patricia says yeah, same with hash browns. They needed to be smothered in onions and eggs.
Yes. Eggs.
Oh, Shauna says I went to check my CGM, but it's time for a new sensor.
Oh, it's time to change.
And Gina says I figured out that it's the texture of a food that I crave, sometimes not the
Yeah.
taste. That's interesting.
Oh my gosh, you guys. When I had COVID, it was very interesting because I was eating food and tasting absolutely nothing. And I'm like, wow,
you
this
still wanted
lettuce is crunchy and this hamburger is juicy and this bacon is crunchy. And I was like, I guess texture is nice since I have no taste for like a couple of months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So texture is nice.
Jennifer says, why did the Vegas meetup get canceled? It's not a meetup, it's a
It's a conference.
But, sorry, you go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say they just said there was not enough tickets sold or
Attendees or
vendors. Yep.
Yeah, that had
Committed.
purchased it. Yep. Okay. Well, I think we're going to go. We've been on for an hour. So thank you, everybody, so much for joining us.
Yes. We're going to go to sleep now.
Even though we're leaving early in the morning, we wanted to do this at the regular time because it was frankly easier to just do it than to like change the time. So
Yeah.
and hopefully we will be crashing Two Crazy Ketos live stream on Thursday.
If not, we'll just hang out with them.
Who knows? But we'll be back on Monday and we'll talk to you then.
Bye.